Hey guys, this is Rob. We're doing a reaction video of Nirvana today. This is the man who sold the world. This is off of their MTV Unplugged. Uh, One funny thing about Nirvana that I think I talked a little bit about in the Orion video of Metallica is Nirvana was kind of this way where they were known as this kind of grungy heavy rock band, but I think a lot of their great songs and notice what happened with this album. This is one of their most famous albums, is kind of one of their more mellower. Every time they play mellow songs, it sounds really good. I mentioned Green Day is another song or another band that has that Time of Your Life, and that's one of their most famous songs, even though they're known as this kind of heavier rock band. So I think it's funny when these heavy rock bands do these ballad type songs, and they just sound so good. And so this is a song that they did off of this album, and the only time I think they ever recorded the song. But fabulous tune. It really brings back memories for me, because this was high school for me. Middle school, high school. I think '93 is when they said this came out. But anyway, here we go.
We passed upon the stair, spoken walls and when, although I wasn't there.
Left-handed guitar player, you don't see that very much from Kurt Cobain. With his vocals, one thing I think it's funny with his vocals is that it always cracks me up. At college, we were always told to play very cleanly, and of course people singing with a lot of diction, really make sure you enunciate everything. And that's what's always cracked me up about rock and roll is how it's almost not even meant to be understood, right? Everything in music is reaction, where so for example, you had 1,000 years of pitched singing. Then the rappers came in and said, no, I'm not doing pitched singing anymore. We're going to do like a rhythmic singing that is more like talk singing. So it was a reaction to pitched singing. Rock and roll, again, was a kind of reaction to the years of classical, and then also the jazz that was happening right before that, the really high level, the high technique that all the bebop era of the 40s took. And then 50s, 60s came around, and everybody sort of said, no, we're actually going to make we're going to make a type of music that is not really dependent on being extremely technically that is not going to have a high level of technique. We're going to come in and do kind of our thing. And Kurt Cobain, his stuff almost wouldn't have sounded good if he would have like really enunciated every single note,
Said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone, a long time ago. Oh no, not me. We never lost control.
So you hear right there, you're hearing them drive that second part. Ding doo 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 boom 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 doo 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 doo. And he's doing that on the bass, and as you can see, that little, I'm pretty sure that's an actual acoustic bass right there. You don't see very many of those, so that's plugged in. But and you can see he's using a pick on that bass, and it's still going to sound pretty good. But the acoustic bass so there's sort of three different types of basses. You have the electric, you have the upright, the ones that jazz use, and then you have those that is like a combo between the two. So you hear him driving that part. You see a cello there also in the background.
To face the man who sold the world.
Little melody there. The other thing is you can see those drumsticks that he's using. I can't remember what the name of those things are, but they're sort of like bamboo style. So they're wrapped, right? So it's like 4 or 5 or 6, and they're all wrapped together with this little thing that goes up and down. And one thing that's cool is if you have the whole wrapped, if you roll it up here, it becomes more of a stick. But if you roll it's like a little rubber tip thing, and if you roll it all the way down, the bamboo sticks kind of spread apart, and then all of a sudden you've got kind of a brush there. So it kind of goes like this, and if you roll it up, they all come together, and now you have kind of a stick. And those were a perfect idea to do on a set like this, because you can still hear an attack like a drumstick, but it's much softer, and then you can obviously turn it into a brush kind of idea. But a good brushes are very quiet, and then you have this bamboo stick thing, and then you have the regular stick, so it's a really good medium between there.
I laughed and shook his hand. I made my way back home.
There's the bass right there again.
For years and years I roamed. I gazed and stared.
Beautiful song.
We must have million years. I must have died alone. A long, long time ago.
Kurt Cobain has some amazing emotion on his vocals. I mean, he's obviously just a guy in pain, you can tell, but he just, it doesn't matter that you can't even understand the lyrics. You can feel his feelings at all times in all songs. He does a great job of expressing emotion.
Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the
Bass riff is so cool. It's a good bass riff.
Who knows? Not me.
Back to the kind of bridge.
Lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world.
I think this is a mistake right here. Whoops. One thing that's interesting too is that on a lot of I was talking about the reaction kind of stuff. One thing my buddy that I was at a jam one time. My buddy was reminding me that in a lot of the '90s songs they sort of got rid of guitar solos. And I never had thought about that until he said that. But go listen to Stone Temple Pilots. They don't have any guitar solos. Some of the Red Hot Chili Peppers stuff don't have any guitar solos. A lot of the Nirvana stuff don't have any guitar solos. So it's really interesting. I think, and Green Day is another one. If you think of Basket Case, there's no, if you know that song, there's no guitar solo in that. So that was another reaction because the 60s, 70s, 80s, there had just been solos, tons of Metallica and all these rock bands doing these shreddy solos. Well, they reacted and made a music that we're not going to have any of those anymore. You can tell anytime that he does anything remotely close to a guitar solo, it's just pretty much the melody, or it's something kind of pitiful. There's the cello. There's the sticks, you can see those close up like there. Cello. Yeah, there's the sticks again. Yeah, just a really beautiful song. It was really kind of a one-off song, and Nirvana did a great job of doing some, like, really bringing down the mood. And what's his name? Kurt Cobain does a fabulous job of portraying like lyrics that are in pain. Right? You get, if you knew anything about his life, and then you knew, of course, that he, you know, supposedly shotgun blast to the face. I mean, shotgun blast to the head, self-inflicted suicide. And so you could tell that he was, big heroin addict, and took some, pills, and he was just a guy in a lot of pain. But he did a fabulous job of portraying that in his music. It's too bad, any of us couldn't get him some help a little bit, or get himself some help. So, alrighty, that was Nirvana. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.